Hello, friends and enemies. It's me, V, and it is Wednesday, 2:06. 2:06. It is 2:06. It is Wednesday, September 16th. Really? Oh my god, it is. It is September 16th, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I procrastinated until now because I had no idea of what topic to talk about. But then I realized, hey, let's talk about my old hoe days. Now, my old hoe days, I lost my virginity when I was 22. So, from the age of 22 to now, there's been 7 people. I hate that I said that out loud, but that's my number. That's my count. 7 people. I can name them all, but I'm not going to because, quite frankly, you could probably find them and that would just be weird. That being said, there was something that I remembered, like before I lost my virginity. Somebody made this little Venn diagram. And they said there are three things that you could do. You could have sex, you can make love, and you could fuck. And it then posed the question, can you do all 3 at the same time? And also, what are the definitions of fucking, sex, and making love? And have you ever done all 3? And I decided, you know what? Let's talk about it. Okay. Let's talk about it. First one is fucking. Oh, by the way, I'm not getting sponsored anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm not getting any promos or anything in there because this is adult. So let's just go there. First of all, fucking. What is fucking? It is animalistic. When you are fucking, you do not care about the other person. You are only caring about your needs. You want to get off. You are sometimes doing really depraved things. Not all the time, but you might be like, I want to do it in the car, and you guys are doing it in the car or in a park or at your college stairwell, allegedly, and you guys are just like, you were trying to get yourself off. That other person is like a vessel. It can be very hot, but you're like, I am using this person to get off. When I think of fucking, I think of sweatiness. I think of just panting. There's no kissing. You don't kiss when you're fucking. You're just going in it. You're biting, you're scratching, you're doing whatever. Then there's having sex. Having sex, you can do it in the bed. You can do it in the shower. You could do in between. It's the in between. Making love and fucking. With sex, you're actually caring about the person's needs. You're like, okay, well, I do want to make sure you get off. At the same time you're doing that, you're making sure that, you're getting off, but they're also having fun because, let's be honest, that's really what sex is about. You're not as adventurous, or at least from my experience, you're not as adventurous when you're having sex because you're also like, ooh, I don't want to tell them about me being tied up yet. That might be a little too out there for them. With fucking, you're like, hey, I want to be tied up. There's roughness. There's a sense of urgency. It's rush. With having sex, it's more a little bit slower paced. Not to making love slow pace, but it's a good pace where you're like, okay, let's do it. You're taking your time, but at the same time, you're making sure that the person stays interested in it. This is where you may kiss somebody. Yeah, you'll kiss them, but it's not deep, passionate kissing. It's just like a little kiss here, biting. You might do like scratches, no blood or anything like that. Fucking, you may do some blood. You may injure the person, but it's all in good fun. Having sex, you're not really going to do that. And then finally, there's making love. Making love is slow. you're breathing each other in, you're drinking each other in, you're looking each other in the eyes. Lights could be open, it could be on, it could be off. Usually, it's some place where you both know you won't, where you have a lot of time, so you can go as long as you need to. I actually have a playlist that is called it was called Stripper Songs, but essentially it's just songs you have sex to. And that's what you would do. I have it from where you're going from fucking all the way to making love, because it's just slow, it's intense, there's deep kissing. You really want to make sure that this other person gets off. You're like, oh my gosh, I need to make sure that you are getting the most that you can. You want to give, you want to receive. You're making sure everything's, you're even interested in being like, okay, you have a foot fetish, here's my feet for you to kiss and all this stuff. You were like in it to really help the other person, but at the same time help yourself. You're having fun. You don't necessarily need to come when you are making love. When you are fucking, you want to come. When you're having sex, you want to come, but it's not as urgent, because you're like, hey, this is fun, I would like to come. But when you're making love, you want to make sure that other person comes. You want to make sure both of you explode near each other or whatever, and you want to make sure that you're giving your all. Now, the question that they asked me, or the question they asked us was, have we ever done all three? Now, when I was 23, I thought, yes, I've done all three. No, I've not done all three. I have only done 2 of them. I have never made love or been made love to. I'd like to, but I think that's something for my future partner, because I think that would, be fun when my future partner and I decide to have sex for the first time. I think it would be fun, but I want to get to know my future partner before I have sex with them. That's one thing I will say I've learned since getting in the age of 30. When I was in my 20s, 22, I knew the person, was friends with them, slept with them. That was actually how I lost my virginity. And all those other things. Okay, you know what? Since it's 7 minutes, I'll tell you the story of how I lost my virginity. Picture it. University of Milwaukee. I know already, you're like, really? It gets worse. It's me and this guy who I will call, I gotta give him a name. Dylan. Dylan is 19. I am 22. Dylan and I liked each other, but Dylan was not interested in dating anybody, and we just talked, and then it started to get a little sexual on the phone. So we started to say, what would we do to each other if we ever got the chance? And, God, I wrote it in my journal. Hold on, let me find my journal. Oh my gosh. Okay. Holy crap. November 27th, 2007. Oh my gosh. Oh, fucking hell. Well, everything went to hell in a handbasket. Not only did I I kind of had sex with Dylan. It's now really weird. We're both angry at ourselves, and the friendship is fucked. Okay, the friendship isn't fucked. 2006, 21. I was 21! Oh my gosh! Wait, really? Wait, no. This... Basically, Oh. Yep. I was 21. I thought I was 22. Nope. I was 21. We're both angry at ourselves, and the friendship is fucked. Okay, the friendship isn't fucked. I wrote him and he definitely broke my hymen. So yesterday we talked about how I had to see his project. His project was a code word for his dick. Today, me and Dylan waited until after class when we saw such and such. He told Dylan he wasn't leaving because he had class at 2. So Dylan made up something and we soon went up for flights and we're on the top floor. And all that there was on the floor was just this landing and a locked door. The locked door led to the roof of the university. There I gave him oh wow. Oh, oh wow. Ooh. Mm. Okay. He fingered me and then bit me on my neck, breast, etc. Okay. We also then fucked on the stairs and put a condom on and straddled him. He kept slipping out of me, probably because I hadn't had sex while we were standing up. So I finally just said fuck it and pushed it in. I remember this. I got him onto the floor of this area where anybody could have seen us, and we would have been probably expelled. And I put the condom on him, and then straddled him, and then just went, bam, and like my legs were like this because I had straddled. I just went like, so I impaled myself on his penis. First of all, okay, or rather, I jammed myself on it. First of all, it fucking hurt. It felt like my pussy was being pinched or something. We later tried it with the same result. Oh, and I think he may have placed his uncovered dick on my clit, and while I was acting out a fantasy. Okay. I miss everyone else at my old school, but mostly Brandy. I think that after the talk that Dylan and I had, I'm feeling pretty stupid. On a scale of 1 to 10, I feel like a big dumbass, so 7. He said that he was curious and that half the stuff we done he's never done before, and he doesn't think I'm a whore. I'm a nice woman with a good personality. Thing that got me was that it was true. He never did feel anything for me except friendship. He'd like a relationship probably years from now without me. I just selfishly thought that if I did these things, everything would change. The sad thing is that none of it changed. The only thing is truly changed is my feelings for him. I've gone from heavy liking him to just thinking, oh well, I'm indifferent to him. And the only thing to remind me of what I did is a small ache between my legs. Fuck, I'm out. Okay. Okay. November 30th, 2007. I think I'm kind of intimidating to some people because I'm one of those people who just sit there and say very little. I try not to, but it happens. Right now, I'm in the dark writing this out while watching the live radio nurse show, which is basically experimental indie stuff. I'm just thinking about what happened yesterday. I've decided that friendship shouldn't suffer and we're still friends. Even when I may have been rude to him when hanging up. I still don't get this film thing. There's static and then dropping of knives, etc. I have a packet of powdered sugar and cinnamon left over from my donuts from the donut bag. I'd gone to this donut place in Milwaukee. Really? This is my journal. This is my journal from 2007. 2006, 2007. Okay. Is there anything else in here? Great. Okay. Easily. Here's all the shit that's due next week. His English 102. Sextrology. While he was reading, I groped his dick through his pants. He asked me if I wanted to go somewhere private. As soon as we got there, we took our layers of clothes off and just embraced and kissed before he turned his back to me to face the ball. Oh my. Okay. Before he turned before he turned his back to me to face the wall. When I got closer to him, he guided my arms around and then feel how warm and hairy his pubic hair is. I could hear soft groans as I lightly touched his head with my hands. Drawing my hand away, I licked it before returning it to his nuts. He suddenly stopped and moved towards me as we kissed, our minds fucking each other with our tongues. Warning about what could happen next, he suddenly realized he had missed his bus home. After finding out from his schedule that the next bus was 5:55 and it was 5:28, we then began to grind and make out hardcore before I stopped to fish a condom out my backpack. That was hard because it was my first time putting on a condom on a real human being penis. I got it on because he had to help me, and then I slowly licked him. His aggression kind of took over and he started to push my head down, which wouldn't have been so bad if I had remembered one thing. When you have something in your throat, you can't breathe through your nose. I did not know that. So I was now using my hands as he got into a standing position. It wasn't until he said spit, until he saw spit, that he got worried and stopped. He got worried earlier, but I lied and told him I was great. And I was, except for the breathing part. And then guess what happened? We talked, and his dick was out, and I started talking about how much I wanted to fuck him. He told me to turn it over, and we did it doggy style, and his dick fit me. It only fell out twice, but there was some of that pinching, but it went away. And then we did a missionary, and he commented about how I was really tight, and he was about to come. He asked me if I wanted to be on top, so I got on top, and I could see him, and it felt great. Oh, wow. So, I really went to town on this. Oh my gosh, I did not. This is all from 2007. I'm reading this. Oh my gosh. This is the journal of this is my sex journal. I just now remembered this is my sex journal. These are the 7 guys. All the 7 guys I've ever slept with, I put in this journal. Holy crap. I wonder if old man Connor is in here. I'm just gonna go right now, and I will let you guys go, and I will talk to you later. And as always, fuck Tom Brady.